Hi, my name is Ron Goodwin. This is a quick video just to show the initial progress of a simulation program that simulates nesting turtles on Rain Island, and it's a three-dimensional simulation program written in MATLAB, and let's have a quick look. First of all, we just run the section and we get a 3D plot that shows the red circles are where body pits are being dug, and the little blue circles are where original data for nest clutches are at in 3D. It's in eastings and northings and AHD, which is actual height datum, above the mean sea level being 0. Now we'll just change the 3D plot into a 2D plot, and that's easy enough with MATLAB. We just go to here and go to the XY axis. Now this is the area that we're talking about, so I'm going to zoom in on that so that we end up with 10 meters on the horizontal axis or the eastings axis. So we just zoom in there, keep it in the middle, and we have got 17642, 14344, etc., and each of those is in 10 meter steps. Now what's interesting is that even though the body pits may in fact hit the easting and northing positions on the chart or on the simulated area, remembering that the blue is actual data, because the depth of the clutches are normally distributed, then even though you may hit the mark on the easting and northing, the body pit has to dig down below the clutch to destroy it. So we'll just do a simulation, and we have a simulation here of 10 body pits in a 50 meter by 50 meter area during one night, which is pretty standard, normal, I suppose, for about 2,000 turtles perhaps. That number will have to be checked for sure. Okay, so we're just going to move down and run the section again. Just need to find that part, so the run section, and we're just going to step through. Now what I've got is that even though the circles may go across the egg clutch, it's only when it hits it deeper than the depth of the egg clutch that takes the egg clutch out. So you can see there in the center around where this sign is that this is the only clutch that has darkened out, so that's the only clutch that got hit. Now remember, every hit is probably going to be another new clutch. So even though it takes out the old clutch, the body pit area covered 3 clutches there, but it only took out one of the clutches, and if we take it that there's one nesting event for every body pit, which of course there's not, yet to find out what those relationships are, then we only have 1 out of the possible 3 here that it could have hit. So, and remembering too, if it's a laying body pit, then that clutch not only destroys the old one, but it puts a new one in, so it replaces it. So we probably will have a consistent amount that's there. Now let's run through several simulations. So this is 10 turtles per night, and we're going to go over 55 nights. So day 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're up to day 9 to day 19 or day 20 approximately, so that's only halfway through. As we can see, even though there are a huge amount of body pits dug in this area, we really only have taken out, after 20 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 clutches, 11 clutches out of a possible 30 clutches approximately that are there. So that's 20 days, halfway through the season. Remember that it's not 10 a night. The season season laying distribution is also follows the temperature distribution. So between October and March, beginning of October, or the beginning of October and the end of March, then we vary some years up to 10,000 turtles per night, and sometimes only 100 turtles per night for the whole island. So we're just running a uniform distribution at the moment of a constant 10 turtles per night, but remember that 10 will go up to 40 or 50 and back down again to 2 or 3. So we're up to day 20 or so, and we'll just run it through the rest of them very quickly. Okay, so we have 55 days approximately, which is 8 weeks almost, and just looking at that, I'm going to zoom in because it looks an absolute distraction from all of the body pits all around the area. But if we look at that there, the number of closed in areas isn't as great as we might first think. I'm just going to zoom in now and see if there are in fact any left after 55 days. So we can see here that in fact we've got under the simulation of the original data, even though this has been hit by many, it's still there because the turtles didn't dig deep enough to get to this nest. So we still have only in that, we've changed the scale so we can't take the values, but we can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 approximately in that area of clutches still left, and we have in that same smaller area now that we're looking at, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16-ish clutches that have been destroyed, but of course have been replaced by the new turtles with the new hatches. So a bit more work to do yet, but at the moment the disturbance and damage by the body pits may in fact not be as great as what it first appears by zooming out and looking at the absolute bulldozer carnage of a 50 metre by 50 metre gardening session on the compost heap of Rain Island. Thank you very much.